Center south of San Francisco, and when I go back today, the boys and girls there are going to ask me about the weekend, especially if I'm wearing this T-shirt. And I'll tell you what I would like, I would hope I could say to them, you know, when they ask me about Mr. Gold. I hope I could say to them, I don't think I will be able to, but I hope I could say to him that he is the premier Western Tantra teacher active in the world today. That simple.
I'm just this guy. Anyway, so yeah. Why won't you say? Go ahead and say that. That's okay. I'll take the flack. Get back in.
I want them to have the ability to accept at least part of that, not reject the whole thing. Mm-hmm. I can't expect that they will accept the whole thing. Certainly, who would?
Wait, you're asking me?
No, I know you lie all the time.
I'm out there on YouTube trying to convince them that somebody else is the foremost tantric expert. Come on, give me a break. I don't know if I can, but I know what you mean. You're going to have to try to explain your experience.
Which is inexplicable.
Yes, and I remember. Wait, guys. I remember a situation where I did a triple bill with Tim Leary, and I forget who else it was at the time. I think it was Raj Singh or Richard. Anyway, did a triple bill. Somebody asked, "What is it like to have a psychedelic experience?" I haven't had acid. I have no idea what a psychedelic experience is on acid. I know what a psychedelic experience is, but not on acid. I just have them. And so I don't just plain have them. They don't just happen to me, by the way. You have to create these things. It takes a little effort. The only thing that acid does is it eliminates the effort. You just drop the thing and you just do it. It does it for you, which just shows you where you could go, which is exactly what Dr. Tim said. He says it's just a way of seeing where you could go, but now you have to make the effort to get there yourself. And says, well, where do you go? What is it exactly? Well, it's sort of like you're not in your body, but at the same time, you'd swear you were. In fact, if you didn't notice that, if you didn't know that you were tripping, you would swear you're in your body. You'd absolutely swear to it. You know you're in your body. But if you are more experienced, you begin to understand, you can develop a sense of this, that you're actually out of body during these times. Well, what else happened? Well, we hear about light and all kinds of weird things and colors and stuff like that. No, that only happens to some people. It doesn't happen to everybody. You see, it's like saying all black people, all Hebrew speaking people, all Poles, all Puerto Ricans, all ants, all aardvarks, etc. There's no such thing. You cannot categorize that way. So there's no such thing as all acid trips. They're all different. And when I spoke of, he said there's only one trip actually that delineates itself, marks itself as unusual in a way that works, that's actually remarkable and worth looking at. And it's called the bad trip. And that's the one that happens to you where you suddenly discover that you've been fooling around with dynamite. That in fact, awakening and reality are a little more uncomfortable than you might think, and shocking than you might think, and not so nice. Which is why our program is to tolerate it. That's all I'm asking you to do is learn to tolerate the space, tolerate the state, tolerate the condition of the waking state. That is a very hard condition to tolerate and to deal with. And so you want to quiet the machine, you want to give the machine less power, because when you get into the waking state, it's going to exert an awful lot of negative force against that state. And you want to make sure that you're in a good position of will and affirmation, because you don't want the machine to force you to revert to type by belting down liquor or whatever it is you do to stay away from the waking state. And you need to also be in a position of knowledge where you know what you're trying to accomplish and why. What that's about. And you also need to know what you face at the end of life. You've got to know what that is that you face. And you have to constantly be asking yourself, you must ask yourself this question over and over again, which is, the day after I die, will I regret what I did? Don't leave yourself any regrets. Take care of all those regrets before you go. Make sure all your business here gets handled. Because if it doesn't, of course, you have to conduct that business again. Now, once you've conducted that business, you've done that, you think, well, that's the end of that, that's it, I retire now. Think of yourself as being like 17 and a half, 18 years old, saying you're going to retire as soon as you get out of high school. That doesn't happen. Your parents do not take care of you the rest of your life. Did you know that? One of the big shocks that you ever had, you're 18 years old, and you're told, checkout time is 11 a.m. So, there you are looking for a job. You didn't expect it, but there you are. So, anyway, I have a lot of empathy for your situation. I know what you're going to have to face there. You just go ahead and enjoy the hell out of it. I'm serious. You tell me anything you like. You do anything, whatever you like with it. You were here. You just tell them the truth. That's it. And see if they can handle it. Whatever that truth might be. And it can be, you can find out the difference. You can actually find some middle ground between your truth and their truth as well, I'm sure. Get on him a little bit. There you go. So tell us more.
Well,